Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be with you all today. My name is Magdala Ramirez Garcia, and I come from the Maya Mexica tradition. And today we're going to talk about the prophecy of the sixth sun. It has been so many ancient writings that the ancestors left behind, talking about the knowledge of the suns. And this is very, very beautiful because it is taking place right here and right now in all of us. It has been many, many civilizations that come to pass in this beautiful planet. Civilizations that some of them, they were very advanced technological. They were very advanced in many other ways too. And every civilization, it was destroyed and come back again. And it is going to happen again because it is the closing of the times and the new beginning. And this is what we call the sixth sun, the new understanding of the world that it is approaching in this time and space. Some of the civilizations, in the past civilizations, they were destroyed by water. They were destroyed by fire. This civilization is destroying themselves too. You know, the system is going to cease to exist. And yet, what you have, it is yourself. The call is being done to everyone, everywhere in the world. It is the time that you need to learn how to trust yourself again. Believe in yourself. The sixth sun understanding, it came into being in 2012, where it was the close of the times and the new beginning, and we are right now in the time of transition. It is a time of purification. It is a time where people were able to comprehend a higher truth about themselves. As I was telling you, this has happened before. And it has happened before in many tribes, everywhere in the world. For the India people, they have the Shambhala. For the Vikings, they have the Valhalla. For us, we call it the world of the enchanted flower. For religion, in Christianity, they call it the kingdom of heaven. How do you reach this part in yourself? You don't, the Christ, even that, he never said you need to die in order to go there. On the contrary, he says it's always at hand. And the same thing, it is happening right now. There is many stories of many, many tribes in United States as well as many other places in the world. Maya, Aztec, South America, oh my gosh, you name it, in Europe, and that people were able to vibrate in a higher understanding about themselves, especially when they were under attack by forces that they want to control them, that they want to kill them, that they want to enslave them. And the whole community were able to hold on into a higher understanding of themselves and literally disappear. By the time that the attackers, the oppressors, get into them, they were gone. They could not find anybody. Well, you have the opportunity right now to begin to comprehend how that was being done. And where are they? What is going on? What happened? Who was left behind? It is the fear of the system. It is the fear that they want to impose on you. The fear of they're going to get you. There is so much violence everywhere in the world. So much separation, so much distortion, hunger. Oh my gosh, so many things happening, and they want you to buy that fear. They want you to vibrate in fear. And in that way, you identify with that reality of separation. And it is the time right now for you to embrace the absence of fear. No one has power over you unless you give them that power. And the prophecy of the sixth son, it is talking about that, the vibration that it is taking place now that you can access. When I saw the code of the sixth son, it was very, very beautiful for me because that is the work that I have been doing all my life. The Great Mother is the one who's leading the way. And when you see the code, you see all these symbols, all this understanding of all the tribes everywhere in the world. It is not only one single tribe. It is everyone. Everyone is being called, for there is only one knowledge. And we have talked about this in several episodes in this radio talk that you can go and check on the archives. But this call, it is happening right now. You know, there is so many biases, so much racism, especially in United States, where in this land there is people from everywhere in the world and everybody lives in such a big separation, one against the other one, not comprehending the world of unity because the same system wants to keep everybody separated and vibrating in love. And it is your work to overcome of those biases and all this racism because the system is inside of you. And that's where they get you, identifying with one single reality, thinking that that's how it is and that there is no other way. You can understand that that is you, the one that identify with that little frequency, but it is also you, the one that it is able to transmute and understand a higher truth about yourself. If you're listening to me right now, it's because you have genetically already been done this before. You know how to do this. You know how to understand yourself in a higher way. You know that the vibration of love, that it is taking place. It is inside of you, you as love. And yes, we have talked about this in previous episodes too. So in 2012, when it came into being, the code, the new code of the human being, the sixth son, we have a transition time, a time of purification that it has to do with 13 years of that purification. And that it is the training that you have, the choice that you're doing, if you want to keep on perpetuating the world of separation, or you want to enter in understanding the golden era that it is approaching. The world is very much giving you the next code, your next octave of the true human being, the remembrance of that original vibration that we have been talking about it. But in this time is very, very prevalent to comprehend a higher truth about yourself. In the prophecies, they're talking about the hollow bone. The hollow bone is what we call in our tribe Acatl. Se Acatl Quetzalcoatl was his name. And that is the hollowness that you can understand about yourself, means that you are able to drop your little world that you identify so much in order to understand a higher truth about yourself. And only you can do this. The respect and honor to all tribes, it is imperative at this time. We have in this ceremony this very beautiful understanding that the Great Mother gave us. She gave us the octaves, the next octaves of the human being, where the first step, it is understanding all the tribes as one. all the tribes with honor and respect to each other. And that is a big step for humanity. And yet it is such a small thing when you are able to see yourself as this light body that you are. That respect and honor, it is holding that integrity within yourself. It is not about becoming something that you're not. It is about understanding your original vibration. That's when that respect comes into being, because every single teaching that it has been in everywhere, it is just part of the puzzle that you're putting it together inside of you, not to distort it, but to completion. And that completion, it is happening right now, as we have been saying for a long time. The Great Mother, the feminine ways, it has not come here to destroy any religion or tradition, but to consummate them. That consummation is taking place right there and right now. That hollow bone is you. The one that it is able to drop anything, fears, distortions, separation, and being able to see yourself as a cosmic being. This is the time that you understand yourself in a higher way, where you remove all these biases and racism, when you remove all this separation that it is there, the fears that they are imposed on you for a very, very long time. As the ancestors left behind these writings, it is up to the human being too to listen to the voice that it is inside of you, the voice of the Great Mother, the one that created you, the one that it is translating to you all these new understandings of who you are, and being able to not to play anymore in the oppressor or the victim, but to understand a higher truth about yourself through love that you have always been, through light body that you have always been. You know that the first door, it is about the union of polarities. It is your feminine side that it has this intuition, that it has this recognition and this connection, and your male side that it is your way of living. And it has always been connected. It's just that when you raise your frequency, it's because you are able to understand that alignment with the one that created you. That Great Mother that gives birth to a new reality. A new reality that you have access in this time and space, because this time is not about tribes. It's not about separation. It is about a higher truth. The time before the tribes were tribes, the original vibration of being human. And that is a completely realm with the absence of fear that he wanted to impose on you so badly. The sixth sun, it is talking about all these migrations that it is taking place. You are holding the grid, not just in this planet, but also in the cosmos. It is you, the one who is holding the grid wherever you are. And that grid, it has to do with that vibration of love and understanding, no more separation. And it is not through the biases, and it is not through seeing somebody else's in a different way, or thinking that you can, just judge everybody else. No, it is through the understanding of the true human being. You live in a world of duality, and you are feminine in this time or male in this time, or it doesn't matter what is your sex preferences, you still live in that world of duality. And that duality, it is becoming one and the same. That's your triad. You have the key. You know how to do this. You know how to understand yourself as that hollow bone. Just like many of the ancestors in many tribes everywhere in the world, that they were able to vibrate with love and freedom and connect to each other, and the whole tribe disappear. And when they were under attack by those people that they were in that world of the separation, wanted to kill them, wanted to destroy them, when they got in there, they couldn't find anybody. Those worlds, you have access, because those ancestors, they just went into this realm where they see themselves as eternal. You see, it's not a world that it is decayed, that it is about to disappear. No, it is a world where love is being understood as eternal. And so are you, because you are love. You have access now to a different understanding. If you're listening in this moment, it's because you're being called. Otherwise, you could not even listen to it. And that's the real help that you have with your family, with your loved ones. Remember that every time that you love, you're using your divine force. You see, the robots, the program cannot love. It can distort love, but they cannot love at all. That divine consciousness that it is in you, it is that alignment with the one that created you. And once you begin to vibrate in a higher rate, so it is your family. They're going to adjust to a different vibration. So it is your community. That is how the ancestors did. And that's how you're going to be doing this work. In this time of so much distortions and separations, don't let them take your power. Every time that you have biases and racism in your heart, you're giving the power away. Every time that you believe in a system, you're giving your power away. You don't need anybody to govern you. It is you, the one that rules you. It is the great mother in you who's guiding the way. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody has power over you. It is not the system that is going to liberate you. It is you, the one that liberates yourself. Don't think that because you see in the outside this or that, thinking that that's your liberation. No, the liberation, it is happening in you when you raise your consciousness. It is the time for you to believe in yourself. The Great Mother wants you to know that she walks with you. She is with you at all times. So we create this little app. It's very beautiful. And I have many people reporting to me saying, oh my gosh, it is such a beautiful synchronicities in my life. You see, it is a unique message that you can download this in your phone. It doesn't matter if it is Android or Apple. It is called the Messages from the Great Mother. And I want you to download it. And that is going to help you to stay connected. Because out of the blue, you're going to receive a message that it is unique. Nobody's receiving this message but you. A message that it is there for you to see and understand that you are not alone, and reminds you that you have that unique alignment, that connection with the Great Mother, that nobody can do this for you. It is a time where you choose your new reality. It is the time when you vibrate with the absence of fear. You vibrate in who you are. You are love. And I want you to remember this. I am so happy for your work. I am so happy that you're listening to me. For that is the call that is being done to you. If you're listening, is because you have this in your own DNA. This is the time where we understand unity in a higher way, in a higher understanding as a human being. It is the time where the ancestors also are bringing that ladder for each one of us, and yet it depends on the human being and their choices. Here I am in this snowy day. I'm going to stay home, warm and cozy, hopefully. And I want to tell you that if you're listening to me, because we are right now everywhere in the world, I can feel you. Can you feel me all the time? We're in this one together. Remember who you are. I am you. Tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate, tlatzocomate. I am Magdala Ramirez. Tlatzocomate.